Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, it's Gemini on StevieBreech's channel. First things first, um, if you know that George guy, he's gonna write, I came to this channel, see Stevie, dislike. Go ahead and dislike the video. If you don't want to see Gemini talk about the Wrestling Jesus and the off the ropes, feud going on, go ahead and click the video off, and I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for those of you who stayed with me, I'm going to give you my take on the Off the Ropes and Wrestling Jesus feud. Now, I'm not involved in YouTube much. I've been on and off for like 2 years. And one of the main reasons why, just busy schedule and shit. But we all have busy schedules. That's no excuse. But I'll stop by on StevieBreech's channel. Just having a channel full time is a full time commitment. And when you're busy, you don't have a lot of time to be messing around with YouTube. So I'll stop in from time to time. Now let's get down to the meat of this video. For this past week, Off the Ropes, with their 6,000 subscribers, and Wrestling Jesus have been having an absolute feud. They've been having a war on here. And, I like to think that I'm one of the guys who helped build the YWC up, 4 or 5 years ago, So I think I have a voice and an opinion on, what the heck's going on. And I know some people are going to be like, well, what do you know? What do you know? Well, I do know about YouTube. I started this shit. I helped build this up in 2008 with some DVD reviews and some different things. And then I got away from it due to the time constraints and whatnot. But as far as Wrestling Jesus goes, and I'm going to call a spade a spade. I'm going to call some foul on Wrestling Jesus as well. He's not completely innocent in this whole thing either. But as far as the main reason to make this video, I saw the way that Off the Ropes handled the situation, and I strongly disagree with the whole thing. I mean, I watched them create like 20 accounts and spam the shit out of Wrestling Jesus' channel just because he voiced his opinion. And then I seen the one guy on the Off the Ropes channel make a crazy video on Wrestling Jesus and just call him this and that and tell him this and that. And I was like, dude, that's just wrong. And I seen like 5 or 6 of them all going off on Wrestling Jesus. And then I seen the comment, and I'm like, okay, this is just wrong. These Off the Ropes marks are just going crazy on the Wrestling Jesus. It's like, he's a big boy. He doesn't need help. I mean, Wrestling Jesus enjoys the attention. He enjoys trolling from time to time. Being honest with you. But I saw the way it was handled, and I was like, that's just wrong, because if it wasn't for Wrestling Jesus, the YWC would not even be around. I mean, he's one of the most entertaining guys. I haven't even had an account for the most part in the last 2 years. He's one of the most entertaining guys on here. Even when I don't have an account, I still have to watch the Wrestling Jesus. And for everyone to just turn on him like that is just wrong. I mean, all Wrestling Jesus was doing was calling a foul on Off the Ropes. He was calling a foul on them for their newsletter that, to me, it should be free. I mean, really, to charge your subscribers anything is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. Why you wouldn't do a free newsletter, I have no idea. And that's what Wrestling Jesus was calling them on, was it should be a free newsletter. And Wrestling Jesus is pissed because they're insulting him just because the guy said his goddamn opinion. And I'm baffled by this. I saw the way they handle it, like I said. I saw the way they handle it with all the fake comments and just trolled him to death. And then they made a video going off on him. And all I can say to Off the Ropes, team, are you guys a bunch of idiots? I mean, really, if you guys had a fucking brain in your head, you would thank the Wrestling Jesus for getting you all that goddamn exposure. Because if anything, if you guys had a brain in your head, you'd put Wrestling Jesus on your payroll, because the guy's more entertaining than all 10 of you put together. I mean, really, you guys should be down on your hands and knees sucking the Wrestling Jesus' dick, thanking him for getting you all that exposure. And you're sitting there like, oh, well, we don't need that exposure. Well, I tell you what, Wrestling Jesus is one of those guys where maybe not everyone subscribed to him, but everyone watches his goddamn videos. You can't argue that. And if Off the Ropes had a brain in their head, they would send him a message and say, please come write a newsletter for us so at least it's interesting. If Wrestling Jesus did a newsletter in email, well, I would buy the shit, because the guy is more entertaining than 10 members of Off the Ropes. The guy's the most entertaining guy on here. And I'm not sucking his dick, but a while back, me and Wrestling Jesus had this worked feud, and he could have got personal. He could have took cheap shots at me, whatever. He never crossed that line. So he gained a lot of trust with me when he did that. And the way that the YWC handled that was just, to me, it was just asinine. I was like, wow, you guys are turning on Wrestling Jesus because he tried to call a scam? And to me, to charge your subscribers for a newsletter is just bullshit. You shouldn't charge them a damn penny. If you're going to start a newsletter, start that shit for free. I'm subscribed to several newsletters. I'm not going to pay for that shit. I mean, what do they write that's so important that you have to fucking pay for? I mean, I'm at a loss for that, and that's what Wrestling Jesus called you on. Like I said, he's a big boy. He don't need me standing up for him. But wow, that was handled so wrong by the off the ropes staff, the trolling, and then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wow, you guys are gonna buy a newsletter from a bunch of people who create fake accounts and handle their business that way? That's kind of a shady business if you're gonna have unprofessional people writing a newsletter. They came off completely unprofessional with Wrestling Jesus. Wrestling Jesus called a foul a foul. I mean, really, did he do a little trolling? Yeah. Does he love the attention? Yeah, fuck yeah. Who doesn't on here? Why wouldn't you be on here if you didn't want the attention? But the point of the story is, I saw those comments and I saw the way those guys handled it, and I just thought it was bullshit. And Wrestling Jesus, if you're watching this, if you want to start a newsletter with me, I'm more than willing to do that with you, and we'll send the shit out for free. And the best way that you and me and everyone else who's pissed off about this can get even is we'll make a newsletter together, and it'll be better than any piece of shit article that they ever write. We'll do a newsletter together for free for the subscribers and not charge our subscribers a goddamn penny, and we'll blow their socks off. Anyways, WJ, hang in there, but I think you were wrong on this one. Did you blow it up a little bit? Yeah, could you have done it a little differently? Yeah, but, it's just one of those things. That's just my opinion. Could be right, could be wrong, but I wanted to get that off my chest. And I'm Gemini. Wrestling Jesus, if you want to do a newsletter, we'll do it twice as good, and we'll put their asses out of business if that's the way they're going to handle their business. Completely unprofessional. Off the ropes, you bunch of marks. Your newsletter ain't going to work the way you handle your business. You guys got to try being professionals. Gemini, see you.